Race of the week takes us to Chicago, the Windy City, for the American Derby Grade 3 on the turf for 3-year-olds in Chicago. This traditionally serves as a prep for the Secretariat Stakes. It is on the turf, 9 furlongs, a mile and an eighth. Let's start with the rail horse, Crittenden. This horse, owned by Godolphin Racing, a high-profile outfit. He's got 3 lifetime wins, which only one other horse in this field has that. His last race, he picked up a win in the Hoosier State. That time, a speed figure of 83. Capable of a little bit better. His best speed figure, though, in 7 starts is 84. Have a feeling he'd be better as a one-run closer, maybe with a deep stretch kick. We'll see if he can change that running style in this race. Gets a good turf jockey in Flavian Prat. Slope invades from the 2-hole, and this horse has great turf breeding with Lemon Drop Kid and Pleasant Tap, some big names. My main concern here is the trainer. He is 2 for 27 at the Arlington meet. And this horse does not have a turf win, 0 for 4 on the turf course. He's going to be up against it, 30-1 morning line. Raghib is a horse to strike while the iron is hot. He has never ran on the turf before, but if you notice the note here, Dam has produced 2 turf winners, which means the mare of this horse has produced 2 winners on the turf, and this guy has never ran on the turf. I also like the fact that he's ran in big fields. His best race was a maiden race at Arlington Park when he kind of came off the pace, good running style from the turf. Picked up a 2-length win with really a good late burst of speed. I think this horse at 10-1 morning line may offer some value, especially having some good recent workouts. July 5th, 5 furlongs and 101. Also worked out a nice 5-furlong workout on June 20th. I think he's going to take to the turf, and I think this is a good spot for him to try the lawn. Nonetheless, local connections. Gets a jock switch from the last race, faced Divisadero and World Approval in a 13-horse field his last race. That was American Turf, a traditionally solid field, grade 2. So a little bit of a drop in class from that race. 3 lifetime wins and 7 starts, and this horse will definitely get a good trip tracking as a presser. Capable of taking the lead if need be, but I don't think he'll be on the lead in this race. King of New York, a big win last time out at Churchill Downs at 5-1. Another that's faced full fields, has a lot of turf experience. The most experienced member of the field with 11 lifetime races. Does have 5 seconds, but in his last 4 starts, he's really started to put it together, including a couple of 89 speed figures. And he's kind of getting that level now where he bottoms out at an 84 or an 85, and after getting 89s 2 of his last 3 races, he may be ready for a jump ahead, especially as he seems to like the deep closing style, but he doesn't want to get too far back. Not sure he has as much pace to run into this time. The last time they went 46-4 and 111, and I just don't see him getting those kind of fractions in this race. World Approval is a likely favorite. He's definitely capable of winning, but he is 2 for 6 lifetime. And his last race ran evenly against Divisadero and Takeover Target and Startup Nation, who all ran last weekend in the Belmont Derby. A little bit of class here, but again, another deep closer who may be pace dependent. Don't want to take too much less than a 2-1 odds, but he does get Jose Lezcano on him, but he did have Leperoux the last couple of times. So I think that's kind of an even mix. No real standout on speed figures. There's 3 horses with 89 speed figures. World Approval is one of them. Fire Spike, this horse definitely likes the turf. 3 wins and 10 starts, $235,000. His best speed figure was on the synthetic surface. This 100 kind of sticks out. That was 2 back against Dubai Sky on the synthetic surface at Turfway Park. His last race was on the turf, ran evenly in that American Turf race, so he was in with World Approval in that race, and then also with couple of other horses, so he's definitely going to fit class-wise. They did put him at 3-1 morning line, and does get Julian Leperoux from Castellano, but overall it's probably a neutral from the last race, but a positive from some riders that he's had earlier on in his career. Fire Spike definitely likes to come from behind. He is capable of being a presser. He's listed at a presser in this pace. You know, overall, I think the top 3 contenders are your most likely favorite. World Approval. I think King of New York will take a lot of money, but I think time is right to jump in on the first-time turfer. Raghib has the turf breeding. Price is right at 10-1. Turf breeding on both sides with Street Cry and Rahi. Should be an exciting renewal of the American Derby, a prep for the Secretariat States. That's a look at your race of the week, the American Derby, Grade 3 from Chicago.